that I do a Christmas sing-along in here for 3 nights, every Christmas. Just a newbie at it. I've only been doing it for 33 years, so but it's fun because we've got some great music for you tonight. A couple of great friends of mine and a new friend that I've made. And the connection here is that the gentleman to my right is a Kerrville Folk Festival winner of a couple of categories. So I want you to put your hands together and welcome Frank Martin Gilligan.
Thank you so much, Martin. Before I get, this song was written with a buddy of mine named Scott Southworth at the beginning of the pandemic. And you would think that would be like one of the fast burn songs. No, we still need it today. It's called When We Come Out on the Other Side. When we come out on the other side, everything's gonna be much better, yeah. All the worries and the tears we cry, oh, that just can't last forever, no. Soon a healing rain is gonna fall to set our hearts and minds at ease. Sometimes it seems we never stand so tall until we get down on our knees. Oh yeah. Even the darkest night is over in the morning. We'll open up our eyes to a brand new day. Just keep the faith. We'll turn this page together. When we come out on the other side, take back the love that's been denied us. Maybe then we'll come to realize we left these troubled times behind us, yeah. Soon a healing rain is gonna fall to set our hearts and minds at ease. Sometimes it seems we never stand so tall until we get down on our knees. When we come out on the other side, oh yeah, everything's gonna be all right. Thank you so much. Well, I am so proud to be playing here at the Mucky Duck. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in New York City. I know, right? I grew up in New York City, and I used to talk like this. Then I moved to Beaumont, Texas, 1975. I've been in country music for years. I can't tell you how many rodeos I played, as most guys from Queens do. But I'm the grandson of 4 Irish immigrants, and that was big in my house. I'm going to sing you a song that I use one of my grandfathers as the subject. He used to say, what would you be if you weren't Irish? And we'd have to reply, ashamed of ourselves, Grandpa. This is called A Piece of Ireland. My name is Jimmy Butler. I come from Ballyhale, and on the 2nd of November for America I sail. I am only one of many looking for a better life. Nevermore to see Kilkenny that cuts me like a knife, and I shall sail on the wild Atlantic Ocean, and my tears shall fall and mingle with the sea, and I will come to build a mighty, mighty nation, and I take a piece of Ireland with me. My father says there's nothing left here, and I have to say it's true. How can a land so beautiful at the same time be so cruel? There's a lady in the harbor standing there to welcome me. She's lifting up her lamp now. My future I can see, and I shall sail on the wild Atlantic Ocean, and my tears shall fall and mingle with the sea, and I will come to build a mighty, mighty nation, and I take a piece of Ireland with me. Oh, and I shall sail on the wild Atlantic Ocean, and my tears shall fall and mingle with the sea. Oh, I will come to build a mighty, mighty nation, and I take a piece of Ireland with me. Oh, I will take a piece of Ireland with me. Thank you very much. My genres may give you whiplash, you know, but I'm going to do a song that I thought this was a nice little blues song. When I finished it, and I played it for my buddy who plays guitar with me a lot, and he says, that ain't blues. So what are you talking about? Well, it's too many chords. I said, well, what is it? He goes, it's a doo-wop song, you damn Yankee. We'll let you all decide. I gotta tell you, first it hurt like hell, after a million tears. You can hardly even tell that I was broken. You had to see it for yourself. Did you come back just to finish what you started? Did you think that I should be just a bit more broken-hearted? You better go now, while I still think I'm over you. Yeah. Ooh, right from the moment I saw you walking through that door, I told my heart to settle down. Ain't going down that road no more, but it ain't easy when you're standing right here in front of me. Yeah. What will it take to keep this feeling from returning? stop this fire from burning. You better go now, while I still think I'm over you. Yeah. Hope you ain't talking second chances, no. Baby, you know that ship has sailed. You don't know what to do when it ain't up to you. How does it feel to know you failed? Did you come back just to finish what you started? Did you think that I should be just a bit more broken-hearted? You better go now, while I still think I'm over you. Oh, yeah, you better go now, while I still think I'm over you. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. There's no story to this song. Just a song about heartbreak. What I tell myself. After a while, it won't hurt anymore. When the tears have all gone, it's time to move on. At least that's what I tell myself. When I can smile just like I did before, that's when I'll know that I can let go. At least that's what I tell myself. She couldn't have made it any clearer. She never loved me from the start. But that's not what I say to the man in the mirror. I can't even say it to my broken heart. I'm doing fine. I'm learning to live again. It's all behind me. Love's gonna find me. At least that's what I tell myself. Oh, at least that's what I tell myself. Thank you. I'm proud to say that I wrote a song for Chris Stapleton. I don't believe you heard me. I said I wrote a song for Chris Stapleton. Chris doesn't know I wrote a song for Chris Stapleton. Can somebody get it to him, please? Raise your hand if you know him. I'll play it for you now. Every now and then, when I think about her, you might think that I would end up sad and blue. But I convinced myself that I can live without her. And a bottle of whiskey helps me make believe it's true. And all of my friends, they've been waiting for the breakdown. It's been a while now and it hasn't happened yet. When her memory moves in, ready for the takedown, a bottle of whiskey makes her easy to forget. Yeah. I just might go insane if somebody speaks her name. I don't want to think about the fact that the fire burned down. Don't bother to remind me someday I'll love again. I put it all behind me 'cause I found a new best friend. Don't do anything to try and come between us. Just let me go on trying to pretend. You can go ahead, ask anyone who's seen us. A bottle of whiskey will be with me till the end. Oh, a bottle of whiskey will be with me till the end. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm going to continue the Irish theme because of where we at. Okay. This song, my co-writer on this song was a fella named Randy Brooks. He and I go to Ireland on a regular basis. We've been over there 3 times now. He's the fella who wrote Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Now, this song is about my cousin Jim. And Randy knew Jim. They had the same birthday. And Jim was working in his garden in a little village called Mooncoin in Kilkennigan. Sat down to have a rest, and the angels came for him right then and there. And it was sad, you know. But at his funeral, his son read a poem because Jim's wife had passed 3 years before. And the poem was, "Joni, put the kettle on, I'm coming home for tea." And I thought that just got me right in the feels. So Randy and I wrote this for Jim and Joni. Joni, put the kettle on, I'll be coming home for tea. I know you weren't expecting me so soon. It seems that all my work is done. There's nothing I'd like better than to be with you this lovely afternoon. Come sit on the garden bench, we'll watch the world go by. When you went away, it surely broke my heart. Now we've all the time that we could want. God knows that I have missed you. Now we'll never ever have to part. Joni, don't you think it's grand now we're both young again? You're as beautiful as on the day we wed. And Joni, don't you think that heaven looks like Ireland? I can hardly wait to see what lies ahead. Joni, I can't help but smile to see our sons and daughters. The years have shown we raised them up right well. They're handing down our lessons now to families of their own, and remembering us in stories that they tell. Joni, don't you think it's grand now we're both young again? You're as beautiful as on the day we wed. And Joni, don't you think that heaven looks like Ireland? I can hardly wait to see what lies ahead. Joni, put the kettle on, I'll go and light the fire. Those we've sorely missed will soon be here. And after all the tales are told and all the songs are sung, I'll never spend a day without you near. Joni, don't you think it's grand now we're both young again? You're as beautiful as on the day we wed. And Joni, don't you think that heaven looks like Ireland? I can hardly wait to see what lies ahead. Joni, put the kettle on. Joni, put the kettle on. Joni, put the kettle on. Thank you. I read a story on Facebook. Have you ever heard of Facebook? You have? Yeah. And it was about this old fella that was at a clinic. He was getting stitches taken out of his hand and kept looking at his watch. And the nurse said, "Sir, maybe we can get you to the front of the line if you're in a hurry." He said, "Well, it's Wednesday. I have lunch with my wife every Wednesday." And so the nurse found out that his wife was down the street at the nursing home, and she'd been there 5 years. She had no idea who the man was anymore. So she asked him, "Why don't you take this day for yourself? I mean, considering that she doesn't remember who you are." And he said, "Well, I remember who she is." When I came in this morning, she was sitting there with a smile on her face. She couldn't tell me where she was, but I imagined it to be a better place. A place where she is sleeping beauty, and I'm the one who wakes her with a kiss. Even though she can't remember who I am, I remember who she is. She's still the one I come looking for, to remind me why this life is so worth living. She's amazed me with her grace, and she's given me a lesson in forgiving. Long ago we made a promise, and I know that it's the least that I can give. Even though she can't remember who I am, I remember who she is. And now we find each each other starting on another journey neither one of us prepared to take. Through it all, I never thought the lesson I'd be learning is how long it takes to watch your own heart break. One day into the next, it's the only way to try and move along. Still never knowing what the future holds, certain I am right where I belong. Oh, I know the days are growing short, for time is something no one can resist. Didn't turn out just the way we planned. The hourglass is running out of sand. Even though she can't remember who I am, I remember. Thank you. Well, it's time for me to go. Thank you for listening to me. I've got one more song for you. It's a song about a silver dollar that a friend of mine had, and he was showing it to a group of us. It was from 1890, and the thing was worn smooth, but you could still read "In God We Trust." And across the top, it still said "E pluribus unum," which my friend informed me was Latin, and it meant "we all in this together." I said, "That sounds like a song, buddy." And a couple of days later, it was. It was an old, worn and faded 1890 silver dollar. When he handed it to me, he said, "I hope you treat it well. That if it could talk about the places that it's been to, you would be amazed at all the stories it could tell. How it started out in a saddlebag of cowboy in Montana. One summer mended fences, it became his first day's pay. And he spent it on a new shirt to impress a rancher's daughter. How many of the young hearts did it help along the way? It was hidden in the pocket of a young Kentucky soldier who carried it for luck in the war to end all wars. And when the fight was over, well, he gave it to another who needed a little something and a little something more. In 100 years it's been handled by a million saints and sinners, but in God we trust can still be read even after all this time. And across the top it says, we are all in this together. We are one, though we are many. That's how we all survive. Was it wasted on a broken dream or another glass of whiskey? Was it taken by a stranger at the wrong end of a gun? Was it in the offering in church on Sunday morning to remind us what he gave us when he gave his only son? It might help if we could see ourselves a shiny silver dollar. As we travel through this world, are we a blessing or a curse? Most of us are worn and a little rough around the edges. It shouldn't be so hard to see what we all are worth. 'Cause in 100 years it's been handled by wretched sinners, but in God we trust can still be read even after all this time. And across the top it says that we're all in this together. We are one, though we are many. That's how we all survive. We are one, though we are many. That's how we all survive. Thank you all very much. God bless you. Oh, tell me about it, brother. I had to do the same thing.
Did that same thing at Christmas. Frank Martin Gilligan, ladies and gentlemen. Great sound. Well, as I told you earlier, ladies and gentlemen, I was billing this a little like the Kerrville sound. I've been up in Kerrville now for 15 years. And when I arrived there, it was like a desert as far as music was concerned. Everybody knows about the Kerrville Folk Festival, but there were no other places to go and see any really great live music. Recently, we've got some fantastic people around, apart from the fact that there are 150 wineries in the area, which is good for those people that like the wine. And but a lot of the singer-songwriters that are now up in the hill country are doing some of these wineries for all of the people coming up there at the weekends. I've got two friends. One of them is a neighbor. One is just a great friend that we met. And the music is just brilliant. They're going to do a little bit of a song swap right now. I will let them introduce themselves, but I will tell you their names and call them up to the stage. And I ask you to put your hands together for Mr. Aaron Lacombe and Stephen McClintock.
You couldn't find us like a mediocre singer for an opener?
I know. You're supposed to hire shitty people to open, but I just couldn't do it, you know.
Never let that happen again.
No.
Just kidding, buddy.
Frank, thank you, Frank, for doing that. We hadn't seen each other in 50 years, and then last Saturday we did a gig together in Johnson City at one of the wineries, and I thought, man, we got to change that. We can't wait another 50 years. We may not be able to wait 5, so we gotta move on this while we can. Hi, Aaron.
How you doing, buddy?
Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
So nice to finally do this together.
It is. It's been a long time coming.
I know. My name is Stephen McClintock. This is Aaron Lacombe, as he said, and we want to thank Martin Burniston for hooking us up.
Yes, sir.
And all the guys at McGonigel's Mucky Duck here. This is the wonderful room. Everybody knows about this room. The sound in here is fantastic, and just something about the walls that make it work, I think, you know. So anyway, we're going to do some stuff, and I have no idea what he's doing, and I barely have an idea what I'm doing. So, Aaron, why don't you start this thing?
All right, I'll do it. Every morning starts the same around here. I get up before the sun appears and start the coffee maker up, pour some in my favorite cup and drink it as I'm headed out the door. The cupboard's full of mugs that work just fine. They're all clean and ready, but they just ain't mine. The faded logo all but gone, the handle barely holding on. The place I got it ain't around no more. People keep their things all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. If it works, it's good enough for me, and I'm bound to let it be for today. 'Cause perfect never lasts, as long as you are hoping all my favorite things are a little bit broken. My old truck has seen its better days. It gets 8 miles to the gallon on the highway. The horn stopped working years ago and the AC won't blow cold. It burns about a quart of oil a week. All my friends are driving brand new rigs with heated leather seats and all those fancy things. Mine is like a trusted friend, I couldn't bear to trade her in. She always gets me where I need to be. People keep their things all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. If it works, it's good enough for me, and I'm bound to let it be for today. 'Cause perfect never lasts, as long as you are hoping all my favorite things are a little bit broken. Pick your friends, but not your family. None of mine are perfect, but they're all right by me. 'Cause perfect people always seem to suck, if you know what I mean. They're always going on about themselves. I'd rather spend my time with real folks who drink a bit too much and tell dirty jokes, made mistakes and lived to tell, been in fights and gone through hell, and aren't afraid to ask a friend for help. People keep themselves all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. If it works, it's good enough for me, I'm bound to let it be for today. Perfect never lasts, as long as you are hoping all my favorite people are a little bit broken. A little bit broken. Thank you.
Yeah. That's great. Love it. Last year, planned a 7-month tour, and along with that, my car was broken into in Houston. I lost all my money and all my microphones. That was fun. That was really fun. And so I'm a little paranoid about leaving a car anywhere these days. Even HEB scares me. But in doing so, I had a great time. I got to see a lot of people I loved, and I called the tour Hit the Ground Running. And I just thought I'd open with this song. This is a buddy of mine named Wood Newton, and I wrote this. You look up Wood Newton, he's written for everybody. all talk to be careful, trying not to get hurt. We gotta make a plan and take a stand and hope to God it works. Make no mistake, if you hesitate, you'll miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. You gotta hit the ground running to make it to the finish line. If your emotional baggage is holding you back, leave it all behind. Once you've broken free from those who don't believe, they'll never see you coming. If you hit the ground running. There's no need to be greedy, there's more than enough to share. The spoils go to the winners, but only if you dare. Some folks' time may come and go and never leave a trace, but now the stopwatch is ticking for the whole human race. We gotta hit the ground running to make it to the finish line. If your emotional baggage is holding you back, leave it all behind. Once you've broken free from those who don't believe, they'll never see you coming. If you hit the ground running. You gotta hit the ground running to make it to the finish line. If your emotional baggage is holding you back, leave it all behind. Once you've broken free from those who don't believe, they'll never see you coming. If you hit the ground running. If you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very nice, sir. I'm sure in a room like this, there's at least a handful of people that know who Todd Snyder was. When he passed away in November, I did the thing you do where you go dig back and start listening to all their old catalog. And he has a song, and in the middle of it, just in a part of the chorus at the end of a line, it's not the name of the song, it's not the point of the song or anything. He just drops this line that says something about sleeping through a dream come true. And to a guy like me, that ought to be a whole song. It's so brilliant, but to him it was just a little stone on the path to wherever he was going with that particular song. But I did what us songwriters do and borrowed it and turned it into my own song. I wake up in the middle of the night, toss and turn till daylight with something on my mind, counting all the dark sheep in my life and ignoring the light. I remember lying in my bed when I was just a young boy, wishing that I had all the things I take for granted now. And I wonder how I'm sleeping through a dream come true. I don't know how I got so lucky or how I managed to stay blue. I got everything I dreamed of and somehow I got you too. But I'm sleeping through a dream come true. The sun comes through the curtains in our room and falls upon your face as I rush out the door too soon. I don't know what I'm after, but it's true. It don't compare to you. I told you that I'd love you more each day, but it's easy to forget when life keeps getting in the way. You're everything I dreamed of all this time, and you're finally mine. But I'm sleeping through a dream come true. I don't know how I got so lucky or how I managed to stay blue. I got everything I dreamed of, and somehow I got you too. But I'm sleeping through a dream come true. I remember wishing on a star. One day I'd sing my songs and folks would listen, and here you are. If I was 8 years old and saw me now, I think I had it all. But I feel so small, I'm sleeping through a dream come true. I don't know how I got so lucky or how I managed to stay blue. I got everything I dreamed of, and somehow I got you too. But I'm sleeping through a dream come true. I'm sleeping through a dream come true. Thank you.
So I have a question. Do you give Todd Snyder a little percentage of that song?
He spoke to me from beyond, and he said he wanted me to have
all of it?
All of the 11ths of a penny that came in
good.
From the streaming revenue.
Okay, that's good. At least he talked to you. That's good.
I was enjoying some herbal medicine at the time when he spoke to me, so I felt really just tuned in.
Well, that's perfect. So I have a lot of talking I want to do tonight, so I'm really going to try not to, but there's so many interesting people in this room that I haven't seen in a while. These guys used to come see me at the Red Lion Bar at the Galleria in 1975. Yeah. And the Steak and Ale, and Steak and Ale too, yeah. And then they came and saw Gene Medler and McClintock later, and then he came to L.A., and I was scoring this really crappy B movie, maybe it was a C movie film, and he came in the studio. So it's great to see. I haven't seen him since then. That was probably 80-something, you know. So anyway, and I'll be pointing out more of you as we go. So nobody's safe today. Nobody. These song swaps, I love these. Used to do them in Nashville all the time. It's Songwriter in the Round, they called it, and it usually was 3 people, sometimes 4. But I kind of like the 1 or the 2 people together because we get a chance to talk a little more and see who's doing what and connect with you guys a little more and play more songs too because we always want to play songs. I was working on a project for this young guy named Josh Flores. His dad was Bobby Flores, the Tejano guy. And we were working on this project, and we wrote a bunch of songs. The project didn't end up happening, which is par for the course in the songwriting world. You bust your butt on a bunch of these things, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But I got this song out of it, and it's going to be my next single to Texas radio. Well, my first single to Texas radio, actually. I talked to the promoter on it, and he said, the Texas people are getting kind of tired of these kids on the radio all the time. We need to see some old people. I said, hey, I'm your guy. So we're going to start that in June, and that's going to be kind of fun. The song is called George on Vinyl, and it kind of came together because we were trying to think of a way to combine things we love, music, vinyl, cocktails, and we decided against whiskey, and we came up with red wine on this one, so I hope you like it. It's been a hell of a week. It's sure good been wearing on you, being here all alone. There's something you need, oh, I feel the fire. It's right there in your eyes, girl, you're preaching to the choir. Let's turn the lights down low, start a love song revival. When it comes to loving you, baby, I'm your disciple. There ain't no holding back, our passion's unbridled. Sipping red wine with George on vinyl. Pick any George you want, by the way. We got all night, no place I'd rather be than with you in my arms, here dancing with me. Oh, let's pull down the shades and turn off the phone. Drop the needle on George and let the wine flow. Let's turn the lights down low, start a love song revival. When it comes to loving you, baby, I'm your disciple. There ain't no holding back, our passion's unbridled. Sipping red wine with George on vinyl. Let's turn the lights down low, start a love song revival. When it comes to loving you, baby, I'm your disciple. There ain't no holding back, our passion's unbridled. Sipping red wine with George on vinyl. There ain't no holding back, our passion's unbridled. Sipping red wine with George on vinyl. Sipping red wine with George on vinyl. Thank you very much. A little side note, I got a buddy sitting right here with his wife, and he's a producer, songwriter, and he just cut this song this week on a young girl, and they did it as a big band kind of blues R&B version, and it's pretty darn cool. So I'm anxious to hear it all done. That's this guy right there, John Hefty.
Yeah. It's George Clinton you wrote it about, though, right?
Yeah, it was George Thorogood who I wrote it about,
okay.
but it could have been any George.
I make love to George Clinton. I don't know. Atomic Dog just really fires me up. I was, you probably passed a big black van out there. It looks like some post-apocalyptic looking survival vehicle, but that's how I get around. I've got a Great Dane and a cat that I travel around with. Recently took on a baby possum as well, but he's at home. Don't worry about that. But I get bored driving that thing around as much as I do. I'm on the road 4 or 5 months a year, and I got books on tape, or what do they call them now? Audio books. No tapes anymore. But I got Spotify, I got all that stuff. But I get bored, so I put a CB in there a couple years ago, so I could talk to people, and I do get to talk to people. It's old people, but I get to talk to them. And I was driving around north of Taos a couple years ago, and there's this guy. Every single sentence he started either began or ended with the phrase, "When I get some money coming in." Like he's one of these dudes that was just on the verge of getting his life together. He just needed a little break, And I eventually said it so many times I had to pull over and write a song just imagining what his life would be like. And so here's money coming in. When I get some money coming in, I'm gonna make it all right. Gonna pay you that money I've owed you since you bailed me out that one time. When I get my taxes back next month, that'll carry me through. Oh, I might spend a little bit on me, maybe get a new pair of boots. When I get some money coming in, I bet you'll laugh when you hear it now. I know I've said it a time or two before, but this time I got it all figured out. I'm gonna start getting up real early and going to work every day. When I get some money coming in, you're gonna see me in a different way. When I get some money coming in, I'm gonna buy you that ring. You'll be the queen of my world, no, you won't want for anything. I'm gonna insure the Malibu and get those payments up to date, so we can drive into town without the worry of it getting towed away. When I get some money coming in, I bet you'll laugh when you hear it now. I know I've said it a time or two before, but this time I got it all figured out. I'm gonna start getting up real early and gonna work every day. When I get some money coming in, you're gonna see me in a different way. The deck's been stacked against me as long as I've been around. Just keep telling myself they can't keep a good man down. Well, I got some money coming in. I guess you heard I won the lottery. No, not the Powerball or anything, just one of them scratch-offs you rub with a key. You know, they got them for 50 grand now. I didn't win quite that much. By the time Uncle Sam takes his cut, I'm gonna be about flush. Well, I got some money coming in. I bet you'll laugh when you hear it now. I know I've said it a time or two before, but this time I got it all figured out. No need to start getting up real early or going to work every day. I got some money coming in, I bet you see me in a different way. Well, I had some money come in, but ain't it funny how it all slips away? I hope he's doing well.
This is another one of the stories right there. On that table 86 right there, that's what that is. I've met this guy. I don't know where I think the first time was here 20 years ago. Was it Newport Beach? Newport Beach, California, I met him. In 78, no, that couldn't be me. Must have been my dad. That couldn't be me. And then again, I played here one time with Fertitta, David Fertitta, and McClintock. When the opening of we had a CD come out. This was 20 years ago, 2006, I think it was. And then he came out to a house concert in a ranch 2010 later. So this guy has been great. I mean, he's probably paid for my car payment at least once, I would think. So I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate you bringing the bunch. I wrote this next song with a young lady named Elle Townley. She's a 17-year-old girl. When I first met her, she was 14, and writing some songs. And I was working with my friend Michael McCoca and my friend Tracy DeJarnett over here, and we did a couple of songwriter things. And Elle came to the first one and the second one, and we've been writing together ever since. In fact, we have a single that's in the UK right now that she and I wrote that on her. It's called "I Want to See Your Playlist." Is what it's called, and it's the young version of I don't want to know what you like, who you are, and the best way for me is to see what you're listening to on your phone, So that's number 2 for 2 weeks in a row in the UK indie charts. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But we write all kinds of things. That was kind of fun and funky and cool, and this was a little more serious. God made you perfect in his eyes and mine. How do you know I need you by my side? God made you. God made you. Couldn't been that hard for him to do. When I start to fall apart, you become the glue. That's how God made you. God made you to pick me up and help me fly. And without you, there would be no sun in my sky. How'd I get so lucky? I keep on asking why. God sent you to put the sunshine back in my life. Darkness can't compete with your light. That's why God made you. God made you to pick me up and help me fly. Without you, there would be no sun in my sky. How'd I get so lucky? I keep on wondering why. God made you perfect in his eyes and light. How do you know I need you by my side? God made you. God made you. Thank you very much. Elle thanks you too.
Very nice. I'm gonna be the guy that breaks out the sad song first, because it's what I do. I think this is the longest I've ever gone in a gig without playing a sad song. So I was at a show 8 years ago or so, 8.5 years ago, for a band called Wilco. Does everybody know who that is? I was about halfway through their set, and their singer, Jeff Tweedy, started a song, and then he put up his hand in the air and signaling for the band to stop. And I could see him sort of fiddling with his earpiece, and he came up to the microphone after a minute. It was quiet, and he said, "Folks, I'm sorry, I've got terrible news. I just heard that Tom Petty has passed away." And it was obviously terrible news, but also there were 3,000 or so of us music fans in this place together, sort of processing that information. And I'm sure the Venn diagram of Tom Petty fans and Wilco fans is pretty close to a circle. So we were sort of all mourning together, and it was just kind of this really sad, beautiful moment. And I'd been thinking about a way to wedge that into a song for years, and I eventually managed. I guess it was Waylon, the first one that hit me so hard. I could still hear his voice through the speakers in my father's car. When cash went the next year, that's half of the highwaymen gone. And each day since Chris left, I pray we don't lose that last one. But the older I get, the more of my heroes are dying. Look up one day, and there's no one worth looking up to. comfort myself with the songs that they leave behind them, and wonder just how many more I can stand to lose. I think of Merle most days, but especially his birthday, it seems. He left on the same day he came and lived each in between. Bowie did leaving as cowboy as anyone could. He said nothing to no one, put out a record, and then checked out for good. My heroes have always been cowboys one way or another. But the thing about cowboys, they don't always last a long time. They sing songs about dying as if to prepare for their leaving. But there weren't enough songs in the world to prepare for the loss of John Prine. I was at a Wilco show when Tweety put up his right hand. The music stopped and time along with it as we stared at the band. He said, I've got news that nobody here's gonna love. Tom Petty's gone to that field of wildflowers above. And the older I get, the more of my heroes are dying. You look up one day and there's no one worth looking up to. I comfort myself with the songs that they leave behind them, and wonder just how many more I can stand to lose. I wonder just how many more we can stand to lose.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's great. Mine's going to be kind of sad too, but not that sad. I've been, like I say, I write for projects and stuff. I'm not as good as he is as a real true writer, true artist writer. He's the best at it.
I think our bank accounts would disagree.
Well, it's not about the bank account though, is it? Everybody says that.
Grass is always greener, buddy.
I know. But I wrote this one recently with a couple guys, and 2 days after written it, got put on hold by a lady from the 80s called Lacey J. Dalton. And I'm really hoping she comes out with it. So, we'll see. And you also have to know I'm a whiskey drinker. Sorry about that, Mom. Sure ain't been myself lately. Been falling apart, something crazy. My bed ain't been made in a couple of weeks. Those dishes are piling up high in the sink. Can't say I'm a stranger to heartache, but me in this misery could sure use a break. I can barely breathe and I can't sleep a wink, but I came down here to get something to drink. Pour me a whiskey neat, put that sad song on the jukebox on repeat. Since she left, I've been on the rocks. I can't get over the shock. I've been shaken and stirred. I'm a mess trying to get over her. It's taking all that I got, so pour me that shot, mister. Can't you see I need a whiskey neat? Can't keep my mind on my work. If I'm late one more day, my boss won't say a word. Lost all sense of direction since she let me go. I still need just one thing that I can control. Pour me a whiskey neat. Set that sad song on the jukebox on repeat. Since she left, I've been on the rocks. I can't get over the shock. I've been shaken and stirred. I'm a mess trying to get over her. She's taking all that I've got. So pour me that shot, mister, can't you see? I need a whiskey. I ain't fool enough to think this will change a thing, but just the same, give it to me straight. See what I did there? Pour me a whiskey neat. Set that sad song on the jukebox on repeat. Since she left, I've been on the rocks. I can't get over the shock. I've been shaken and stirred. I'm a mess trying to get over her. She's taking all that I got. So pour me that shot, mister, can't you see? Could you please help me? Oh, can't you see? I need a whiskey neat. I need a whiskey. Thank you. Yeah, so much for my Southern Baptist roots, that's for sure.
I was out on the road when the pandemic sort of started happening, and I was up in Colorado, and shows were canceling, and but I had this one big show at a theater in Colorado Springs that I was really looking forward to, and they hadn't called and canceled yet, so I was kind of in a holding pattern. And then eventually they did cancel, so I headed home and got back, and my girl was there, and she's an event planner, weddings and stuff like that, and so we're sitting there looking at these two careers that were on hold for the foreseeable future, and we kind of panicked for a few days, and then all of a sudden it was legal to get margaritas and stuff through a drive-through. So one night we went down to this Mexican restaurant called Margarita City. We went through the drive-through. It's better than it sounds, and we got two 24-ounce frozen margaritas in these big tubs, and we went home. We put on a Jerry Jeff record, and we got fantastically drunk. And we woke up the next morning with a sort of feeling that everything was going to be all right. And it sort of was. I wrote and recorded a couple albums that year, and I started doing those, Facebook online concerts and stuff. And people started calling her to deliver flowers to their loved ones because, you couldn't get into retirement homes and stuff to see people. And it just sort of started to work itself out. And I found myself really grateful for having somebody that I could, even if our dreams weren't going to come true in a straight line like we'd planned, somebody I could, handle the curves with. So I wrote this song called Dream Along With Me about it. When she closes her eyes, she sees a house along the Guadalupe River with two chairs in the grass out by the fire. And when I close my eyes, I'm sitting right there with her. The family gathered around, it's supper time, at a table long enough to feed an army. Sundays with the grandkids to ourselves. We ain't ever gonna give 'em back now, are we? Our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. Now there's been days lately when the things we want grew farther in the distance. In fact, it seems like most of the last year, anything we tried met up with some resistance. Work is only getting harder. We might only have the strength to say goodnight. But I'll be at that house along the river, by your side in my sleep till morning light. Our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. And every bump along the road to wherever we may go will make the getting there the sweeter in the end. If all our hopes and all our plans slip like water through our hands, we'll pick it up and put the whole thing back together again. Our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. I just need for you to dream along with me.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tune this thing just a little bit because I care. I did replace my B and E string today, so that's why it's a little funky. So I had a request over here, table 86, and I'm going to do this for you guys. Thank you for the request. I appreciate it very much. Back in, I moved out from Beaumont, Texas to L.A. I moved into Palisades area, and I stayed there one night, and it was foggy, so foggy, I couldn't see any of the world. And so my little beautiful little wife, poor little thing, she got in the car with me, and we drove south until the sun broke, and then we turned in there and moved into Newport and Costa Mesa, and that's where we stayed. And it had no plan, typical, but that's what we did. And I immediately got lucky and got a publishing deal as a writer, which I had no idea what I was doing. they would sit you down in an office and say, hey, this guy from the Commodores is leaving the band, and he's looking for songs. He's going to come in and tell you what he wants. And in comes Lionel Richie. And he's this weird-looking guy, you know, that I'm going, oh, man, I'm never going to be able to write for this guy. But we tried. You know, that was the job, to try to sit and write songs. You're trying to sit there, and they're paying you a weekly salary, and you show up, you know. I learned a lot, and I ended up having 7 different publishing companies over my lifetime so far, and it's been a blast. I've gotten to write with some of the best people in the world, and this particular one I wrote the very day my little wife I was telling you about decided it was time to go back to Texas. She missed her dog a lot. So back to Beaumont she went, and I just bought this big old house with the money we'd signed up for. We'd signed away stuff, and had this big house, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out what to do. My buddy that I was writing some songs with called me up and said, you all right? He was in San Francisco, on his way to San Francisco. I stopped at this thing called a payphone, and he called me, and it was kind of cool. And I told him, I said, I'm just trying to figure out what to do with all this time on my hands. And he said, what? I said, yeah, I don't know what to do. He said, no, what'd you say? So I told him what I said exactly. And he said, give me 20 minutes. And he sent back a lyric over the phone. He read it to me. I wrote it down and started writing this song. And this became a hit for a young pop artist in 1989 named Tiffany. And it was it went up to number 6 on the pop charts and number 1 on the AC charts and all over Europe and Asia. It was a pretty good size hit. I'm gonna do this for you guys and dedicate it to Janet Lytle because I still love her and her family very, very much. Someday you'd need to find something that you left behind, something I can't give you. All these years, then like a light, love disappears. Hearts are good for souvenirs, and memories are forever. All this time, all in all, I've no regrets. The sun still shines, and the sun still sets. The heart forgives, the heart forgets. But what will I do now with all this time? One more kiss, and even though it's come to this, I'll close my eyes and make a wish, hoping you'll remember all this time. All in all, I've no regrets. The sun still shines, the sun still sets, and the heart forgives, and the heart forgets. But what will I do now with all this time? Say goodbye, the part we'll make another try. Don't be sorry if you cry, I'll be crying too. All this time, all in all, sun still shines, the sun still sets, and the heart forgives, and the heart forgets. But what will I do now with all this time? What will I do now with all this time? Thank you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, certain age groups, it hits perfectly. I do have that song on a CD over there if anybody has CD players anymore.
I got to tell you, Tiffany pretty much brought me online as a teenage boy. There was pre-Tiffany Aaron, and there was after Tiffany Aaron.
I'm really glad to hear that.
That red hair falling down on that jean jacket, man,
I know.
Forgot what I was doing.
Well, I got lucky. I ended up getting to write 14 songs for her, and we sold about 40 million records, so it's pretty nice.
If you ever feel like introducing me, you know.
Well, she was just in Houston.
Really?
And San Antonio. She's on a tour right now called All This Time Tour. Come on. She didn't invite me to play or anything, though. But could somebody get me a Jack on the Rocks, because I'm drying up here? Anybody? I don't mind paying for it. I'm just saying.
As long as we're doing that, I'll take another fake Guinness. That'd be great.
A fake Guinness?
They have non-alcoholic Guinness now.
Really?
It's wonderful.
Really?
Can't hardly tell. This one off before my new one.
Do the right thing, yes. So you guys having fun? Anybody? That's good. Is this guy great or what? I mean, I love him. First time I saw him in Kerrville area, I went, oh my gosh.
Well, it's an absolute honor to play with you, man.
That's what I want to be right there.
Since you're having fun, I'm not going to ruin it right now with a terrible, sad song, but it's coming. This song has been on a bit of a journey. Like I said, I drive around in that van with a Great Dane, and 2 Great Danes ago, I'd been on the road for a couple of weeks, and when I got home, it was definitely time to wash the sheets and blankets in there. And so I did, but when they got out of the washer, I don't know what got into me, but I just felt compelled to hang them out on the line rather than put them in the dryer. And the next time I slept on them, they smelled so damn good, I woke up and wrote a song about laundry. And it's a silly little song, so I didn't think much about it, but thank you. Just anywhere in there is great. Thank you so much. So I'd played around a little bit, and people seemed to like it, so a couple months later, I was headed out to a studio to record an album, and felt like I needed one more song, so I played it for the producer, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the one, man. Let's do it." So we recorded it, and I thought it came out pretty good. And then it's time to decide what the first single is going to be, and I'm talking to people, and everybody says, "Oh, it's got to be the laundry song." I'm like, "You sure, man?" So we put it out. It did okay in Texas. It got up to like 52, but for whatever reason, over in Italy, it got up to number 2 on the charts. And it stayed there for a little while. Came to find out later that they don't have washers in most of Italy, or dryers in Italy. They just all hang their clothes out online. So pretty soon, a lady messages me on Facebook and says, "Hey, I teach English to Italian people using song lyrics. Do you mind if I use the laundry song?" I said, "Sure." I sent her the lyrics and didn't hear from her for a while. Next thing I know, she sends me a video of 456 people line dancing to the laundry song in Italy, which at the time was the world record. And so I put the video online and kind of just ignored it. And over the next 3-4 days, it got 2 million views or something like that, making it by far the most successful thing I've ever done. All because of this stupid little song about laundry. I was walking home from church on Sunday, and something sent me reeling back in time. It wasn't what I heard or seen, but something smelled so fresh and clean. It was someone hanging laundry on the line. That got me thinking back when I was younger. I don't know how my mother found the time. She always kept us clothed and fed, and Saturday she'd make the beds with sheets and blankets hanging on the line. Laundry that's been hanging on the line. Ain't nothing in this world that smells as fine. That machine's alright, it's understood, but nothing makes you feel so good as laundry that's been hanging on the line. Even in the winter here in Texas, a sunny day ain't all that hard to find. So if it's not a rainy mess, my girl puts on a pretty dress and hangs all of our laundry on the line. Laundry that's been hanging on the line. There ain't nothing in this world that smells as fine. I know we don't all have the space, but the world would be a better place if we all hung our laundry on the line. Now you know me, I'm not the kind that's always telling others what to do. It's only a suggestion, a minor predilection. Don't do it for me, do it for you. Put the word predilection in the song.
That's really good.
It's a triple word score, you know.
It's a triple word score.
I got a friend who lives in New York City. He calls me on the phone from time to time, and he says no one's got a yard up there and people steal your underwear, so he don't hang his laundry on the line. Laundry that's been hanging on the line. Ain't nothing in this world that smells as fine. Some people stop to smell the roses, but for my particular nose, it's laundry that's been hanging on the line. I always hang my laundry on the line. Why don't you hang your laundry on the line? Thank you.
I got to go see that video with 456 people dancing.
It's pretty great when I say the word underwear in the song, all 456 people go, woo! So that lady's English teaching is working.
That's hilarious. I love it. I cannot get this E string in tune. So, Martin got a newspaper clipping in the Houston Press. That's what it is. Houston Press came out yesterday, and it's very cool. And it's always weird to read about yourself because I'm going, did I say that? Did you make that up? But it was fun. But he reminded me of the Jetson movie that I got to do because I was writing for Tiffany. In 1990, they were doing a movie called The Jetsons, the movie, and animated, with all the guys that did all the TV shows, all the voiceover people and everything. And Tiffany was the voice of Judy Jetson. So when we were screening all the stuff and figuring out how to write what songs they wanted where and all that stuff, there was this one scene where they had this rock guy, and everything was scribbled in black and white at first. And then I'm writing the song, and I used to have long red hair, flaming red hair. So they ended up making Cosmic Cosmo a redhead. And this song I'm going to play next is one he sang for Judy Jetson when he was floating around in space somehow. I don't know how they did it, but they did. I think we wrote 7 songs in that movie, and I sang 3 of them. I know most of these strangers live in worlds apart. Still, I can almost touch you, dancing in the dark. Dreams are made for dreamers, moment lasts. It's so hard to reason with the heart out of control. Why wait to get an answer when it's too soon to know? Maybe love, maybe not. You know the chances all we're given, the chances all we got. Maybe love, maybe not. Still something in me said this may be love, maybe love. Tonight's still upon us, it's hanging in the air. If I reach out to touch you, will you still be there? And it's so hard to reason with a heart out of control. Oh, I wait to hear an answer when it's too soon to know. Maybe love, maybe not. You know the chance is all we're given, the chance is all we got. Maybe love, maybe not. There's still something in me said this may be love. All I know for certain is I never felt like this. A love that lasts forever could start with just a kiss. Maybe love, maybe not. No, a chance is all we're given, a chance is all we got. Maybe love, maybe not. Still something in me said this may be love. Now you gotta go rent the movie. You just got to. So one real quick thing, Aaron, before you go on. Last October, they were having the 35-year celebration of this movie coming out. So they flew me out to L.A. from Kerrville to introduce the movie and play it for a bunch of fans, 120-something people, whatever the studio held. And I got up there with the guy that did the voiceover work, and the two of us had a great time making fun of our fun, And I'll never forget it. My son came with me. My cousins came out. It was like a family deal. So I was very appreciative that we were the last two living people worked on that movie. So that's good.
When Steve and I first met, he moved to Kerrville, and a bunch of people, Martin included, were like, "You're a songwriter, he's a songwriter, you guys ought to meet." And it just didn't happen for a little while, but then eventually we met up at a coffee shop, and we talked for, I think, 2 hours or something like that. There's two kinds of people you meet in the music business. One will tell you everything they've ever done up front, and most of it's highly exaggerated. And then the others don't really mention anything, and you got to Google them and find out later. So I got home from hanging out with him, and I Googled him, because he's the one that doesn't talk about all this stuff. And I'm like, hey, that dude did the Jetsons? Like, I've seen that movie. I had to go back and, rent it online and watch it. Sure enough. I found out all this stuff about him for days and days after that initial meeting. It was really fun. That's great. It takes me back to all those many months ago when we met.
Yeah, those many months ago.
Well, like I mentioned, my girl is a event planner, and she does a lot of weddings, and I always tell her she deals in perfection, which is something you can have if it only has to happen for a certain amount of time and you have some curtains to hide shit behind, because it never lasts long. And I kind of started thinking about that and how we all strive for perfection, some of us anyways, and you just can't ever get there. It's the least satisfying pursuit there really is. I heard a quote once. It said, "The key to a happy ending is to know when to roll the credits." And I think that's true. And that's what got me started writing this song. It's that movie about a couple that you've seen 1,000 times. The camera follows them throughout their day. In the office of a marriage counselor, sitting side by side, the awful things they've told each other are replayed. The stopwatch sounds, our time is done, let's pick up here next week. There's work to do in the time intervening. Things get worse and clothes are put in boxes meant to leave. But just in time they find some deeper meaning. Roll the credits on a happy ever after. The couple stays frozen in time without a care, unlike the actors who go home to face the problems that keep coming around again, knowing the secret to a happy ever after's knowing when to roll the credits. It's that book about a cowboy out on the western plain, running cattle to Montana from the south. Battles fought and lives are lost, love gets in the way, but that's not really what this story's all about. When a cowboy hears the dying words of a friend, he's honor bound. A promise is a promise on the range. The shovel casts a shadow on a Texas earthen mound, and all's forgiven on the final page. Roll the credits on a happy ever after. The cowboy rides into the sunset of his final living chapter as the reader shuts the cover and puts the book back on the shelf and wonders if he'll ever see that final sunset for himself. Roll the credits. Happy endings come so easily in all the stories that we see, and so much harder in reality. The key to happy endings is the end, and we're not quite yet there, my friend. Until we are, there's no guarantee. Roll the credits on a happy ever after. But to expect perfection seems to me invites disaster. There's so much in the give and take of life worth getting through that makes it all the better, getting to the point we finally do. Roll the credits.
It's a great song.
Thank you, man.
That's a great song.
Thank you.
Well, the thing I hate about this mostly is that we can't just go on forever. So now I have to pick and choose which songs I'm going to do. And Martin's got a friggin' list for me here. And exactly. So I'm going to do this one for Martin and Dee. This particular song. I also want to say hi to Al Stahaley over there, back in the back. So he lives here in Houston. He's an attorney, music attorney, and I think other things as well. But we never met in Houston. We met in the south of France decades ago for a music conference, and we saw each other every year for probably 15 or 20 years. And tonight it's the first time to come in and hear me sing. So it's great to have you and your lovely lady with you in the audience, and I appreciate you coming in. And you will understand this because you spent a lot of time in Europe. There's a thing called Eurovision over there. Each country picks their best from the country, and they all get together like an American Idol sort of thing, and they all sing their songs. the productions are amazing, and then somebody wins the Eurovision for 2026, 2024. So this one was done in 2023, I believe. It did not win the thing, but it was representing Denmark. And, of course, I'm not going to sing it in Danish. Though I could, but I'm not, no. I can't really. And on the video, at the very end of the video, this guy, it's a beautiful young man that's singing it. And the lighting and everything is perfection. I mean, it's amazing. You can't believe the money and time they must spend on this. And at the very end of the video, he goes, and all the lights go out. So just pretend the lights go out when I do that, okay? Because if you turn the lights out, I'll fall off this damn stage, and so we don't want that. God dang it. So Tim Shue and I, the Danish guy, wrote this in Palm Springs, California, trying to channel Frank Sinatra. Have a little trailer out there, and it's a great place to write. And this is one of my favorite ones I've ever written out there. You don't have to talk to me at all. You can yell and shout and scream at me and tear down every wall. I'll be your safe place, your victory, your confidant, someone you can fall back on. If I could magically just make it go away in a blink of an eye, it'd all be okay. But it's not that simple. I know that life gets in the way. But if I could change one thing, in a perfect world, I'd do all I could do. Wipe away all your tears. I'd even lasso the moon. There'd be no heartache, no sorrow, no trouble or pain. In a perfect world. Oh, I'm really glad we had this heart to heart. And if you ever need to talk to me, you know I'm not that far. You're gonna make it, I know that, and in time you'll see. But from now to you, from me, in a perfect world, I'd do all I could do. Wipe away all your tears. I'd even lasso the moon. There'd be no heartache, no sorrow, no trouble or pain. In a perfect world. In a perfect world, I'd do all I could do. Wipe away all your tears. I'd even lasso the moon. There'd be no heartache, no sorrow, no trouble or pain. In a perfect world. In a perfect world.
Yeah. Very nice.
Thank you. That's a sweet little song.
That's pretty, man. Well, my last song has been dictated to me by Martin. He told me I wasn't going to get to leave if I didn't.
Yet.
We're not?
No.
Okay.
No, we're going to
Okay.
do a couple, three
All
more.
right.
Yeah.
All right, well, then I'm just going to bum you out some more to get you ready for the last.
I was going to say, you haven't done nearly enough sad songs tonight.
That's true. Where to go with this one? Okay, I'm just going to play you the second saddest song I've ever written. I can't play you the saddest song I've ever written because I don't think I can get through it. But there's a funny story that I'll tell you afterwards as a palate cleanser. Sort of the pickled ginger to your sushi dinner. But in order to keep this moving, I'll give you the short version of this story. I had a buddy who he was a partier, man. He never said no to anything. He was the kind of guy you could put a couple pills in his hand, and before you explained what they were down the hatch, you know. And as a consequence of all that partying, he had some health problems, you know, in his late 40s, early 50s. He ended up needing a heart, and it wouldn't give him a heart because he needed kidneys, and he was falling apart. So he decided to move to Key West. He wanted to learn to surf while he still could. He moved down to Key West, continued to party, so much so that I eventually got a call from a correctional facility saying that Sam was going to be detained for a bit. And so knowing that prisoners like to get letters, I would write him every week, and he would write me every week. And this went on for about 3 years. I'd write him every week, and we'd write back and forth. And finally, in the third year sometime, he got out a little early, didn't tell me, showed up at the door of this restaurant that I owned at the time and said, "Aaron, you're the best friend I've ever had. You wrote me every week I was in there." He's like, "If you need a bartender, trash taker outer, dishwasher, you just tell me. I'll be the best one you've ever had." So I made him a bartender, and he was the best one I ever had. But eventually his health started to fade, and he moved out to the East Coast for a little bit, but his health continued to fade, and finally he called me and said, "Aaron, I'm headed back home to New Mexico. Can I stop and see you in Austin on my way?" He stopped and saw me, had a heart attack. It was like his 18th heart attack, and went to the hospital, and he called me a couple days later, and that's where the story picks up. He said, "I gotta tell you, brother, I've been in better shape. The doctor says I won't have long to wait. I've known it's coming for me. I all but called it here. I'm curious, but I am not afraid. I've lived a life of wandering. The rules were not for me. There wasn't anything I didn't try. And in all my years of traveling, I made a lot of friends. But you're the one I called here to my side. You see, the doctor's got a plan to keep me comfortable," he says, "and ease my few remaining days and nights. But I think you know me well enough to know I don't intend to die here underneath these godforsaken fluorescent lights. Get me out of here, don't know where I'm going, heaven or the parking lot or hell. Just put me on my way to where I'm going. Anywhere but here is just as well. I don't have the strength left now to fight. Please don't let me die here underneath these fluorescent lights." He said, "I hate to have to ask you, but I got no next of kin. At least not that I'm talking to these days. So if you've got the time to take me back to New Mexico, one last time I'd like to see her face. And they won't let me go easy, I'm tied to all this stuff. Well, tell them I just want to get some air. And we'll go out through the lobby, wheel me through the door, put me in the truck and we'll leave the chair. But get me out of here, I don't know where I'm going. heaven or the parking lot or hell. Put me on my way to where I'm going. Anywhere but here is just as well. I don't have the strength left now to fight. Please don't let me die here underneath these fluorescent lights. So I did just like he asked me, and by the time they knew we'd gone, we'd hit the highway hard and headed west. And we talked a couple hours while the sun sank through the road, till I finally shut my mouth and let him rest. And I drove all through the night, stopping only once for gas. Tucumcari showed itself at dawn, and I stopped the truck for breakfast at a roadside taco shack. I went to wake him up, and he was gone. Get me out of here, I don't know where I'm going, heaven or the parking lot or hell. So put me on my way to where I'm going. Anywhere but here is just as well. I don't have the strength left now to fight. Please don't let me die here underneath these fluorescent lights.
Come on.
Thank you. I told you there was a funny bit to bring you back to a good mood. Sam he called me while he was in the hospital that couple days. He said, Aaron, I have a medical marijuana license in North Carolina, but I don't have a way to get any here in Texas. Can you get me some? I was raised by a nurse that told me if I ever got in the same room with weed, I would immediately lose my mind and be institutionalized, and I believed her. So in my early 40s, I had never smoked weed, let alone purchased it. But I was in a band at the time, and we have a bass player, and if you don't know, bass players are where you get drugs. They don't contribute a lot musically, so that's their other, that's their thing. So I texted my bass player. I was like, hey, dude, how do I get weed? And he gives me this guy's number. He says, text this guy. Don't say, may I please buy some illegal drugs? So I drove down to Austin, had what was surely the weirdest drug deal of this guy's career, put the weed in my bag, came up, and then that whole thing happened. About a year after that, I'm telling this very story to a girl, songwriter. She goes, what'd you do with the weed? And I go, I think it's still in my glove box. I had driven to Canada, Mexico, 38 states, all with this giant bag of weed back before it was legal anywhere. So if you need anything smuggled, I'm your dude.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you did that. But I also can't believe you're a good enough friend to take this guy out. I mean, that's a big deal. He picked the right guy, that's for sure.
Oh, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, right.
But I probably would have done it.
Lots of people I want to thank, too. My friend Elaine came in from Beaumont, Texas, and brought her friend. I'm really happy about that. And I don't know if she's going back tonight, but I hope she stays somewhere local. And my buddy Michael McClintock over there, and, of course, Martin and Dee. And Rusty, thank you for having us here. We appreciate it. We're not quite done yet, but I want to make sure I got those things. And Seth and Katie, thanks for having me at your home. I appreciate it very much. I wish I hadn't had quite so much bourbon last night, but still, it was good. It was worth it. This song is for Martin. We're going to do a couple more songs. I'm going to do one. He's going to do one. And I'm going to do one, I guess. And then we'll shut it down, say goodnight to you guys. So just before COVID, we had this brilliant idea to do a beer CD, a 12-pack of beer songs. It seemed pretty fun at 2:30 in the morning. It seemed like the right idea. So we spent a ton of money. We borrowed money. We hired a publicist. We hired the radio guy. We were in deep about $40,000 on this project. And then COVID hit, and they canceled all of our dates. So I still have a whole bunch of these CDs left. And also, if anybody's looking for beer songs for their project, I mean, call me up. Please call me up. So I'm going to do this one for Martin and Dee. And I also put in Katie and Seth because they have a little place down in Belize now, so they'll get it. We saved our money and vacation days to spend a week in this happy place. Blue skies and Jamaican sands, dancing to the music of a reggae band. The sun is setting and the night is long, waiting for lovers to kiss. I got the words on the tip of my tongue, and it goes something like this. I wish you were beer. I wish you were beer. I would hold you so close to me, I'd be happy you're here. We've all had that, right? And let's face the truth, I'm sick of me being sick of you, to be perfectly clear. I wish you were beer. Okay, now you know your part. This big cabana's gotten way too small. Fill it up with no talk at all. Outside, people are having fun, dancing to the music in the midday sun. But your double-barrel eyes are aimed at me. If looks could kill, I'd be dead. I know the words to the melody that's burning in your head. I wish you were beer. There you go. I wish you were beer. I would hold you so close to me, I'd be happy you're here. Well, let's face the truth, I'm sick of me being sick of you, to be perfectly clear. I wish you were beer. It takes two to tango, but you're not dancing. Could you just laugh and say no? So I'm not asking. I wish you were beer. I wish you were beer. Oh, I love hearing you say that. I would hold you so close to me, I'd be happy you're here. Well, let's face the truth, I'm sick of me being sick of you, to be perfectly clear. I wish you were beer. Yeah, I'm being sincere. I wish you were beer. Thank you.
Yeah. How have I never heard that one?
I don't know. I only do it when Martin comes in. So
He does bring out the best in us, doesn't
yes,
he?
he does.
Yes, ma'am? I can't hear. What did you say? Oh, yes, absolutely, yes.
You want to do two more? You have a closing song?
This is my closing song.
Okay.
So I wrote this song a bunch of years ago when I had some restaurants in New Mexico, and I had my very first Great Dane used to come with me to work every day, and she'd sit out on the patio, and everybody in town loved her. But it was getting toward the holidays, and I needed some dishwashers, so I put an ad in the paper, and two dudes came by looking for jobs, and I was going to interview them, but my dog Penny just couldn't stand them. She was barking and snarling. I had to put her in the truck just so I could finish interviewing these guys. Like a moron, I hired them anyways. A few days later, it's New Year's Eve, and I hear the cooks yelling they need dishes. I go upstairs, and there's dishes piled to the ceiling. These two dudes are nowhere to be found, and they've stolen everything out of the meat locker, thousands of dollars worth of meat. So I wrote this song originally to remind me to listen to my dog. The reason I play it still, after having wrote this song 12 years ago, and it's not the pinnacle of my songwriting ability, I will say, But it sells merch, and it explains a lot of my merch. There's why there's coffee cups in there with swear words on them and stickers and all that stuff. So I take this opportunity to let you know that both Martin and I have music and other stuff over there for sale in this little corner, and it's a great thing to remember us by when you're looking through Spotify to remember somebody to listen to. If you can look over and see something from one of ours, even if you don't listen to CDs anymore, it's handy to have one around. And also it puts diesel in the tank, which may I remind you, here is $5.39 or something.
Yes.
In Kerrville, it's $5.79.
It's down from 6, though, so that's good. You got to look for the small joys. But he has good merch. I suck at merch. I'm terrible at it. But he's really, really good at it. So go over there and get something.
This song is called Good Enough for Me. Say you ought to learn as you go. One thing I surely know is that life's full of hard lessons, day after day. I don't always trust myself to pick a bad apple off a shelf, but a friend of mine can smell a rat from 50 yards away. You'll tell anyone who will listen you're exactly who you ought to be. I don't need any reason, 'cause my dog thinks you're an asshole, and that's good enough for me. Think you're calling all the shots, but with one sniff of the crotch she could tell that you were up to no good. Why don't you go? There's folks that think you might be alright, but fella, I ain't got all night, and the jury's come back with the news. You got to go. You'll tell anyone who will listen you're exactly who you ought to be. I don't need any reason, 'cause my dog thinks you're an asshole, and that's good enough for me. Try to make sense of what it is. It's just what you are, it ain't what you did. I can't tell you what makes her tick, but she calls them like she sees them, and she don't like you a bit. You'll tell anyone who will listen you're exactly who you ought to be. I don't need any reason. Sing it with me now, y'all. 'Cause my dog thinks you're an asshole, and that's good enough for me. Thank you all very much. And thank you, Stephen. This has been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, it's been a blast.
Been a
And
long
thank you,
time
Rusty,
coming.
back there. We appreciate you doing this. I got one more song for you, and then maybe we can bring you back for an encore or something. I don't know. I'm just saying.
That was my big.
Oh, you have other big ones. So. Yeah, see, there you go. She knows. So anyway, this is Aaron Lacombe. I'm Stephen McClintock. Thank you. We want to thank Martin Bernison for putting this on and helping us produce this program, and of course the the people at the Mucky Duck. Please take care
Yes,
of your
sir.
waitresses and bartenders. Don't forget to buy his coffee cups because they say something that makes sense.
And slip the owner like $50.
Yeah, yeah,
just
please,
just
yeah.
tell him you really enjoyed Aaron and Steve tonight.
Yeah,
and, just,
and you want them
put a
back
50
sometime
in his shirt pocket.
in the fall. So I've gotten to live a beautiful life of music. So I'm grateful. I'm more grateful than I've ever been in my whole life. And I look back sometimes and wish I was kind of a little bit more present at certain times. I got to open for Garth Brooks at Central Park for a million people, and it's kind of a blur, So I'm kind of looking at things, wishing I was been a little more deep into it, at the moments. But hey, you do what you do. But I did get to tour with the great Don Williams, 2 different tours, European tour and Canadian tour. And on the European tour, I got a chance to go to Ireland and spend some time in the Galway area and in a little area in County Clare called Lacombe. And I wrote this song, and I'd like to leave this with you. On the banks of Lacombe, I saw the past inviting me. I heard the ghost of kings and queens whispering my name. I thought I'd blink it all away, and surely it could never stay. But still the haunts of yesterday stood proud before my eyes. Something had me in its spell. My hands and feet were frozen still. And what it was, I couldn't tell, but captive there I was. Forward came the grandest steed, the rider shone of dignity. And on this mount he was indeed a power to behold. He offered me a kingly hand. In his steel gray eyes I saw the man that showed me how to love the land and make Ireland my home. Well, to whatever brought me here, be it hope or need or fear, I offer thanks and say a prayer that this will always be. At last the future's taken hold, and every dream will soon unfold. My love and I will just grow old on the banks of Lacombe, on the banks of Lacombe. Thank you very much, folks.